Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. I'm going to continue with the, well, I'm going to call these, I think they call them Inkbox cards. And I have one cut out and it's just a continuation from the ATC cards that I did in my last video. And like I said, these were from Kim Collister. I'm not going to go into it. You could go back and watch the first video. This is the one that I created. And they're just meant to be fun and whimsical. And I know a lot of girls do create the Inkbox cards. And they are modeled after these ink boxes. Okay, so these measure 3 inches by 3 inches. And then to round the corners, I use my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chomper, and I use it at the 1/2 inch punch mark. And that's how I get this rounded corner here. So I'm going to make one just to show you how I'm going to do it. I've never seen anyone make it. I've never watched any videos, but I've seen enough of them. And basically, it's just you do your collage art. So the back side, I haven't done anything with yet. I will put, I think I will just put some plain, I have some paper here from a book. And I think I'll just put on the back side something simple just to cover it up. I think I'll put this on it. So I am going to, I will use, I always have such a dilemma trying to figure out what I'm going to use. And I think instead of cutting around like I have been doing, I am going to cut a 3 by 3. It might be a little bit easier. And again, you can just use plain paper for the back. That way, if you want to write something on it. And if you're trading these, I'm going to come up here a little bit. If you're into, you want to trade with other gals, because that's what they do. They're called trading, I guess, trading cards. You can leave the back plain, write a little note, put your, if you have a little shop label, you could put your shop label on the back side. You could write them a little note. So what I'm going to do, because this is pretty thin, I need to take a pause. Sorry about that, folks. Little family emergency. Hopefully I won't be called away again, only to get something. All right, so I decided when I came back and sat down, I am going to back this with plain paper because I would like to use it in my journal. And I'd like to be able to write on the back of it. So this will be the back here. Oh gosh. I'm not thinking straight today. It was actually my son and daughter-in-law that phoned. They're on their way. She has a meeting with immigration today to get her green card, and I'm just nervous about it. Not that I should be, but she had forgotten one paper, and I had to call my son from his job to bring it down to meet them. It's an hour away, thank goodness. They were only 25 minutes in the drive when she realized, she was double checking her paperwork, and she realized that she didn't have it. So they're driving back up. My son's driving back down to meet him halfway. I don't know. Stressful, stressful, stressful. So I'm going to put a good amount here, and then again, if I have to add a little bit around the corners, I will. All right, so this will be my back, and this will be my front here. Is bowling on my desk here, knocking everything over. All right. I thought these videos would be nice to do, just something different than junk journaling and all of that. So I have pulled some papers for the front to use, and I have these spare scraps that are fun. And then I want to use the mushrooms, but I also pulled these little flower fairies. I have these little German stickers I haven't used yet. So these might be kind of fun to use. So I want to get some paper on the back, and I would like it to be somewhat plain. Although this would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? The bird cage, and so I think I'll do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm cutting this. I am not going to paste it on first. I'm going to cut it 3 by 3 and then round the corners like I did the other paper. And if I have to trim it down a little bit, I'll trim it down a little bit. But again, you want to make these fun and whimsical. All right, that is good, just like that. And make them your own. You can create your own style. And this one here, on the one that I made here, I used shoe polish, but I think I may use my decoupage glue on this one here. And just want to make sure before I glue this down that I am going to like this background. And I should probably pick, I could add a little flower up the corner here, give it a little vibrant color. That blue is pretty. But these are fun to make, and usually what happens once you start, it's hard to stop. At least that's how I am when I start making a new pocket or a new folio. That's all I want to make. And like I said in one of my other videos, I am taping ahead because I want to spend some time. I want to take a couple weeks off and spend some time with the family. So I am videoing ahead. But when I come back in my craft room, I think I'm going to start my scrapbooking. I'll continue with my videos with, you know, things such as this, but I really want to focus on some family scrapbooking photos again. I'm getting too far behind on that. Now I wish I had a little fairy that was sitting, because that would be really cute to have them sitting on the mushroom. I like this little one here with the wings. So I'm going to cut I like that blue one too with the red. That adds a little splash of color. I think I'm going to go with this one. And I'm having a hard time finding these wonderful little German, well, they're called stickers. I don't know if they stick. I don't try to lick and stick them. I glue them down, but I have not run across them. I purchased all of these from a gal on Instagram one time when she had a sale. And I should have made a note or kept the paperwork that came with it, at least, you know, who I purchased on Instagram, because I cannot find her. And I would like to, you can usually buy a whole sheet for $5. If somebody charges more than $5, they're overcharging. You can get them for $5. I really would like to use a mushroom. Let's see here. I'm going to take off this little bit of yellow here. Let's see if I have a thinking maybe something like this. These are definitely, these are too big. But something like that might work. Let's see here. That's cute. And these are small spaces, so you want to try and plan it out. This one might be kind of cute on the side here. Let's see. Let's cut this down here. Take a little bit of this off. So we're going to do 3 and 3. I'll do 3 inches here, but so this will be 3. Let's get this punched. Okay, we're going to go with that. We are going to go with that. So I want to thank everybody for following along, joining in today. Like I said, it's just something different. Something different, something little unique, different than the norm, which is nice because sometimes I have a tendency, a lot of people do, other people's challenges, and sometimes I really like to see something new. I like the way, people do the challenge, but I really would like to try to keep my channel new and fresh, if that's possible. And if there's something that you see on here that, you really it doesn't interest you. I don't want to do things either that people aren't interested in. That's not good either. But everybody is special and unique in their own way, which makes it a lot of fun. Okay, we got that. And I just want to make sure that this is the right one to use. I think so, because I really would like to have this little fairy right just tucked underneath that mushroom. And I'm going to darken the edges. I want this to blend in a little bit more with the paper that's on there. And these make very cute, like I said, very cute journaling cards too. I will use this in my nature or my garden journal. I'll write a little something on the back side. Oh, I don't need that big gob on his face, on his little face. And if I use the, I gotta wipe my hand here. If I use when I use the decoupage glue, that will just help also seal things down. That will help seal things down. This is going to be cute. See how I struggled so much on that one card I was creating, my Bible study card of the Beatitude. I had a terrible time, and this here just seems to be coming a little more natural to me. Sometimes you can overthink a project and it just doesn't work out. Not the way you want it to. That's very cute. And I think maybe we'll add a little number, or I could cut a little bird. I could cut this little bird out and put that little bird up there. What else do I have? I did want to make another one because I wanted to use this. So I'll have to check my time, see where we're at. I think maybe I will just leave it like that because I think that's adorable. Because you see the butterfly, the bird cage. I don't think we need anything more. Maybe just a little, maybe a little saying. How about use your wings? That would be cute. Use your wings. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. Use your wings. There. And then what I will do is I'm going to add some of the decoupage glue. And I may need to get a new brush. Let's see if I can, because I didn't rinse this one out. Let me see if I can make it a little pliable. And I will leave the back, like I said, I'm going to leave the back plain. I'm just going to add some of the I'm going to add some decoupage glue on this. I don't know if other girls do this, but I'm just going to put a little sealer on it. And this will dry clear, obviously. There. There. So I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to pause. I'm going to clean my brush off. I'm going to rinse it off because this will harden like cement. So let me do that and we'll continue. Well, this has been an interesting morning. All right, let's try to finish this up. Unfortunately, I may be called away again. I decided to do a second one. I don't even know where I left off on the previous little snippet of the video. I know that I put my decoupage on this, a nice royal coat, and this is dried very, very nicely, and it's just great. It's ready for my journal, ready to be written on. So I have this one. I cut a second one. I have this backed, and I found a cute little snippet scrap, and I cut this out because I think she's just adorable. And again, these are just made to be fun and whimsical. They don't, you really don't have to do a lot of work to these. If you have a nice image, you don't have to do a lot of collaging or get your, certain stickers out and fret and worry over collaging if you're not comfortable collaging. I know some people aren't. I've had my days where I'm unsure of what I should do. I don't have a preconceived notion in my head already. Just make sure when you work with these, you do put enough glue on where you can slide your paper around a little bit just to line it up. All right, so we have her. And again, like I said, you don't have to. I originally wanted to use this flower here. I still could, but I think it's just way too bright for this application. And I really want to feature this whole scene here. So I went digging around and I found these numbers, which I think are cute. I think they look nice on there. And I don't, well, I guess I will. Sometimes I don't always like to jazz my items up, but I guess if I did it on some, I should do it on the rest if I did it on the page here. Okay. So we'll add these, which I think are adorable. Then I want to add a little, just a little more color. So I think I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to try this little flower here. I thought I'd try to finish this because the landscaper I was supposed to meet with, he's late and I have too much to do, so that's why I say maybe called away. I don't know if that's a little too bright. Now I could modify this and take some of this off here. I'd just like to add just a little bit more color. I think that's cute there. I think that would be cute there. And I think I will try. I'll use this again. Okay, put that there. And again, I'm going to add just a little saying like we did on here. And I'm wondering how black, let's try the black one with the, yeah, I like the black. And I think any day that you're spending in the garden or out amongst the flowers or nature is the best day ever. So we are going to put this right here. There. In this one, I am not going to put the decoupage finish on. I'm going to put a little bit of natural shoe polish on this one. And let's see here. I can find I'm going to cut a little piece of cloth again because I can't seem to find the one I was using before, but that's okay. And this will just add a little protective coat. So I don't know how it would get water on it or anything, but I'll put a little coat on this. And then I will just buff it a little bit. And the smell will dissipate. It does have you just polished your shoes, but don't worry about that. The smell will, it's more from when you have the cap open. So there you have it. There are the Inkbox cards, and I think they are adorable. I'd love to hear if you try to make some for your journals or your gardening, whatever you want to use these for. These are actually, if you write letters to family and friends, these are very cute too. As long as they could also be used as a coaster. Just make sure that you put 3 or 4 layers of a decoupage finish or a Mod Podge finish on them. But these are very cute. If you're into trading, this is something you could start. I know a lot of girls trade them. So again, it's just a nice little quick craft that you can do, create, and brighten somebody's day. Plus, it will brighten your own day. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love to have you give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about my channel. If it's something they may like, have them subscribe. And I appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.